Mike in the first row on the right.
JD, coming in here, I think, or for Mark also, just there's a lot of thought you guys would be tired coming off of what you've gone through the last few days. Is it possible the opposite was in effect, that you kind of fed off of the momentum of what's happened here?
Yeah. Obviously that was a grind there at the end, but you just gotta get into the playoffs. Just get to these games. The fans, the adrenaline, everything takes care of itself. It'll get you up. As tired as we were, and as tired as we were after the doubleheader, flying in and then coming in, and the crowd and the fans, and just all the hype around the game. It gives you the energy and it gives you the life.
Like JD said, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard to be tired when you're playing playoff baseball. I had a bunch of energy, and I know all of us did. We were all excited, and we got the job done. So.
Second row in the center.
How fired up did it get you guys when Jose Iglesias slid into first base? You made it safe there. How fired up was the club? Was the dugout?
I think that was probably the biggest changing point of the game. You can see the momentum swing right after that. We had a similar situation in Atlanta with Sugar, and you saw it switch right away. With Atlanta, and then them coming back and having that rally, and I think kind of the same situation here. It's a big point of the game, and hats off to Iggy, because he runs hard after every ball he hits, and he's always in there, and it's always a bang bang play at first, and because of that, I think is what kind of led us today.
We'll go third row, further right.
Mark, for you in those moments after the Iglesias play, Tyrone scores from third, coming up in those big spots, knowing JD's coming behind you, you guys pinch hit. How easy or difficult is it to stay locked into those moments emotionally, knowing that obviously it's a big spot for you guys, and not to be able to have that weight of emotion?
I think before the game, we were kind of talking about emotions and trying to stay even keel. JD was just like, the guys that keep their emotions the most even keel are the ones that are going to come out on top. So I kind of ran with that, and when I came up to the plate and I saw Iggy went crazy, showed a lot of energy, I was like, I'm just going to simplify. I want to pass the baton. So I drove the ball to right field, didn't try to do too much. And
Right behind him, Tim.
JD, after a September that you really didn't want to talk about too much, what does it mean to come through on this stage?
It's the time you come through, especially with the team, is, why I'm here. I want to win. I want to be a part of, playoffs, and being on a team like this is, it's an honor for me, and, for me it's just, my career is, getting to, the back end of it, and there's not too many opportunities that you have like this anymore, so I just want to come through for the team and do whatever I can to help us win every night.
Anything else, you guys?
Just given the way that last half inning went, when you're able to get a hold of that and pull into third with the game-tying triple, just what are the emotions that you're feeling in that moment?
Yeah, you're fired up. It's what you play the game for, to help a team win a game in the playoffs. It's so much bigger than yourself. It's bigger than all of us. So there's a ton of emotions for sure.
Is it bigger for you when you come through here, given the response you get?
I don't care.
What do you need to see in order to be able to get all the way around second to third? When you look, I saw that you looked back just to see where the ball was. What did you see that gave you the idea you could get third?
Yeah, so rounding first, I was watching Pete and Sarby the whole time. I was watching them, and as soon as I saw Sarby windmill, I focused my attention on second, and I'm going to third. That's all that happened. If y'all think I'm able to run and talk, you don't know my athletic abilities. Can't do that.
What was
it that was saying to you after that?
Nothing.
What were you saying to him?
I don't really want to speak on it. I just want to focus on the game tomorrow.
How are you feeling physically?
I feel good.
With you
with you, I mean, coming through, with JD coming through too, I mean, two guys who've kind of been struggling, but, you know, big days. I mean, if you guys can kind of, you know, get it going, what does that do to the lineup here?
Yeah, I mean, there was great at-bats up and down. Everyone did their part, you know, Starling with the sac fly, and then he almost hit a homer. You know, Mark swung the bat well. You know, it's just, it's all about passing the baton. And, you know, JD's huge, man. He helped me out a lot before this game. He's helped me out a ton since I've been here. He's a pro. And so obviously, you know, having a guy like that to lean on, and him as Francisco as well, two guys that have done this at this, you know, stage of the game, you know, it's huge.
What did JD help you with specifically before today's game?
We talked hitting approach, and then we talked about some other things as well.
Jesse, how do you go from a night like last night where you have such an incredible win, celebrating, sleep quick, and then fly here and then play like you guys did? I mean, what does it take to be able to do that?
Yeah, I just feel like it's the story of this team. You know, coming here at the deadline, I heard pretty much, you know, the full story about how the start and everything, and there's been a bunch of things thrown at this team, and just responding. You know, it's go time. We're in the playoffs. There's no time to really think about the doubleheader. We did our job there, and then, you know, we popped champagne, and then we got on the plane. I was like, all right, here we go.
Jesse, speaking of responding,
Carlos Mendoza is now available in the rest of every room.
Thanks. Speaking of responding, when you guys come back immediately following the Brewers taking the lead twice, what does that do for a team and the momentum of a game to just not let the opposition really gain any?
You know, I feel like you kind of take their crowd out of it a little bit, and anytime you can get Sebi the lead, you know, we all feel great about that. And then Buto and Stanek coming in behind him. Didn't miss anybody, right? It was those two. Those two coming in behind them, you know, did their thing. It was so much fun to watch.
You guys have been able to build a lot of 5- and 6-run innings. Like, what allows you to kind of snowball an inning on a team like that?
I think it's passing the baton. You know, no one here is really trying to be the hero. We're all just trying to put together quality at bats, grind this thing out. You know, and it's funny how there's some moments that present itself from that. You know, not trying to do too much, and then, you know, like yesterday, probably the two coolest homers I've seen are honestly probably the coolest baseball game I've ever been a part of. They just happened by, you know, real simple approaches. So I think that.
Jesse, without asking you to expand on the Adames thing, are you satisfied that it's done now?
Yeah, I mean, it's out of my control. I just want to help the team win a baseball game tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much, Jesse.
You guys went through it in the past 24 hours. Emotional win last night, celebration, fast flight, sleep, get back here, and still play the kind of game that you guys did in another team's ballpark.
Yeah.
Again, how do you guys keep doing that?
I mean, to get to where we want to get to, we understand we have to do things like that. You know, it's no different that you fly into a place and you got to go play a game. You know, we're going all year long. It's just yesterday we had a lot of champagne, but usually we do things like this. So the guys understood the mission, and we just gotta keep climbing, stay the course, and just take one day at a time and do it tonight, and then come back tomorrow and try to do it again.
Is there something that you guys feel like, as loud as this building can be when they start running or getting hits like they did in those first 2 innings, when you guys flip it and turn the place silent, do you guys get something out of that? Is there like a kind of a reverse energy or something that you guys feel?
To me, this place didn't feel silent at all. You know, I felt like the crowd was into it the whole entire game, and it was good. You know, I think it was great for the game. The Milwaukee fans, they show up. You know, they're loud, and we have some Red fans here that were very loud as well. So it was a good crowd. It was obviously the momentum changed a little bit once we took the lead, but to me the atmosphere didn't feel quiet, didn't feel silent at all. So It was pretty good. It was fun.
Is it almost easier for you guys right now to sort of manage your energy, given that you've just come from a really busy weekend and you're just kind of like rolling with the grind?
Easier? Not really. You know, we all have the same amount of adrenaline. You know, I think everybody's amped up. Everybody is excited. Everybody's ready to go out there. I'm sure that they're feeling the same thing. You know, it's even doing the national anthem and stuff. You see the big flag, the introduction. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's special. I think the adrenaline it's up there, and the emotions are high. You just got to find a way of staying the course. You know, you can't get too high or too low.
Must have been a big adrenaline dump, an emotional situation, winning the way you won Game 1 yesterday. At what point did you start to notice the team maybe refocus on all right, that was great, but next task?
I mean, Luke Casey he went out there and he competed. He did outstanding. So you can tell Luke Casey's giving everything he's got. So the at bats, we got better. I mean, Holmes pitched great. You know, he came out, he was throwing big sliders, and his fastball, he located it, and so everybody just, you know, it wasn't like, all right, we're done, let's just not play again. Everybody continued to play, obviously, but then after the game, you know, everybody just went crazy. And then once we were done with the celebration, everybody focused on what we have today.
These are two of the best bullpens in baseball. Y'all really kind of attacked the last 24 hours or so. Just how have y'all been able to kind of attack those guys as well as you have?
I mean, the hitting coaches have prepared us extremely well. The analytic department as well, they do very well. And we come in and nothing it's unknown. You know, we know each and every one of the guys in the bullpen, and we create a game plan. You know, it's our staff and the analytic department. They're very prepared and they help us to get better.
What did you think of what Severino was able to do tonight?
Outstanding.
With that early trouble to make it through 6 innings?
Outstanding. You know, he had that one inning. You know, that things got a little fast. I think that's typical ace stuff. You know, usually your ace, your number one guy, goes through that one inning, and you don't get to him in that one inning. You get stuff because they get better as the game went on. And for him to go out there 6 innings, it's extremely important for us. You know, so hats off to him, and hats off to Mendy for trusting him. And then Buto and Stanley came in and did their job.
On the flip of that, were you surprised that the ball to when they did?
No, usually in the playoffs, the leash is very short. You know, so it's to be expected in a way of. I mean, he was pitching well. As soon as they got up, to me, it's not a shocker because, I mean, being in the postseason, the leash is much more shorter than it is in regular season. So they had a game plan, you know, and they followed the game plan as well. And every guy that came out of the bullpen was really good. You know, it's the guys had quality at bats, and everybody passed the baton, and nobody was trying to be a big hero, and he paid off.
You mentioned Buto, those 2 scoreless innings. Just how important has he been for you guys?
It's been huge to step up in a new role and to do what he's doing right now. That's how we end up in this position, you know. Guys that got to understand their roles, and even if you go into a new role, they go out there and they give everything they got. And that's the one thing that Stern and Mendy has asked us from the beginning, to understand your role and give everything you got. And Buto has been outstanding this year for us.
Iglesias running out that ground ball and sliding head first into first. What does that tell you about?
Seems like he's done that every game. He does something like that. He's a special player. He competes, and his last 3 at-bats every game, or his last 2 at-bats every game are very high quality at-bats, and he has helped us to be in this position for sure.
Thanks, Francisco.
Thank you.